Before performing the lift, make sure that the bed is at a safe working height for the caregiver. Next, get the resident in a seated position on the edge of the bed. Place the standing sling around the resident's torso. Put it around them so the sling label is on top facing the caregiver, and the inside, where the belt is located, is against the resident's body. Position the sling so that it is at the base of the spine and under the arms to a point just below the shoulder blades. The resident's arms must be outside of the sling. Buckle the belt around the resident's waist. Adjust it for a snug but comfortable fit so the resident won't slide out. Then, while one caregiver stays with the resident, the other moves the lift into position. To safely perform any lift, the lift legs must be in full open position. To open the legs, grab the steering handle with one hand and the shifter handle with the other hand. Push the shifter handle to your right to lift the locking pin from the closed nesting position on the base. Turn the handle clockwise until the locking pin drops into the open nesting position. When this happens, the legs are open and locked. Make sure that the locking pin is properly nested.
What's going to happen is when Jennifer brings in the lift, I want you to try and
have the resident put their feet on the foot plate.
Do that for me?
Assist them if they need help.
Sure? Yep. All right.
Roll the lift into position and stop once their knees are securely against the knee pad. Adjust the knee pad to a setting that will be comfortable for the resident and give them the support they need. With both hands, pull these adjustment pins out and hold them out. This allows you to position the knee pad to the height you want. When it's at the proper height, release the pins so they seat in the alignment holes. Make sure that they are both seated properly. Attach the sling to the lift arms. The straps on the sling have a series of color-coded loops sewn into them. Use the same color loop on both sides and choose the loop that most comfortably attaches without too much slack. Attach the sling to the appropriate attachment point on each lift arm. This patient is 5 feet 9 inches, so the medium attachment points are used. Attach the strap from the outside of the lift arm. Attach the same color loop to both arms, and make sure the loop is attached so that it rests flush against the attachment spindle and clear of the attachment knob. Instruct the resident to hold on to the hand grips on both sides of the lift. Relax and to lean back into the sling. Turn the control valve clockwise. Use the handle to give the lift a few pumps. This will elevate the lift arm slightly and provide a bit of tension to the sling. Before going any further, double-check the attachment points to make sure they're properly secured. Once you've verified this, you can raise the resident above the surface of the bed, just high enough so they clear the surface with their weight fully supported by the lift. This technique results in a lower center of gravity, which makes the device more stable, easier to move, and enhances the resident's sense of security. Use the push handle to maneuver the lift away from the bed and slowly move the resident to the commode. Position the resident as far over the commode as possible. Prepare the resident's clothing for toileting. Turn the control valve counterclockwise. This releases the pressure and the lift arms will lower. Unhook the sling from both attachment points.
Lift your feet up.
Have the resident lift their feet off of the foot plate. Move the lift safely away from the resident. Once toileting is complete, instruct the resident to put their feet flat on the foot plates as you roll the lift into position, stopping once their knees are securely against the knee pad. Attach the sling to the lift arms with the same loops used earlier. Instruct the resident to hold on to the hand grips on both sides of the lift, relax, and to lean back into the sling. Turn the control valve clockwise. Use the handle to give the lift a few pumps. This will elevate the lift arm slightly and provide a bit of tension to the sling. Before going any further, double check the attachment points to make sure they're properly secured. Raise the resident above the surface of the commode. Perform any necessary hygiene tasks with their weight fully supported by the lift. Adjust clothing for transfer. Use the push handle to maneuver the lift away from the commode and slowly move the resident to the bed. Be sure that the bed rail is down and the bed is at a safe working height. Position the resident's leg against the bed. Turn the control valve counterclockwise and the lift arms will lower. Unhook the sling from both attachment points. Unbuckle the waist belt.
Okay, you want to lift your feet up?
Ask the resident to lift their feet from the footplate and pull the lift away from the resident. Remove the sling from around their torso. Then, have the resident swing their legs over the bed. Help them if necessary.